welcome back to my channel, Charisma TV. This is honestly like my third time this week trying to record this video, so instead of trying to do like a demo, I'm just gonna talk about the product, review it, and then use the clips from before this week to kind of demonstrate my point. Yeah, today I am doing a review of the new MUA Pro Base Foundation, but as I use this foundation and I looked at the finish, I was like, this foundation reminds me so much of the Fenty Foundation. So today I'm going to be talking about the two of these foundations together, mainly focusing on the MUA Pro Base Foundation and comparing it to the Fenty Pro Filt'r Foundation. These two foundations, honestly, I didn't think about them being dupes of each other, and then I spent some time with them focusing on the packaging alone. They both have the white top, the matte frosted almost kind of case. They both, actually this one contains 1 fluid ounce and Fenty contains 1.08 fluid ounces of product. But in terms of the claims of both of these foundations, they are quite similar. So the MUA Pro Base Foundation claims to be long wearing, matte, full coverage, the matte finish, blends easily for shine control that lasts all day. It is paraben free and cruelty free, and this is £5, but I purchased this for £3.33 because since it's a new product at Superdrug, you get it for like 1/3 off. That's like a promotion MUA has for their products at Superdrug. And the Fenty foundation claims to be a soft matte long wearing foundation that, according to the box, is medium to full coverage, long wearing, and light as air. Now the biggest difference between these two products is one, the price point. I think Fenty cost, I don't know, but I'll put it on the screen because I don't want to lie to you guys, but I feel like it's maybe 32. It's like 28 or 32. I want to say 32, but I'm not sure. And the MUA foundation is, like I said earlier, £5 or $7, and I bought it for £3. The Fenty foundation has 50 shades as of January, and the MUA foundation comes in only 24 shades. However, unlike many brands at the drugstore, or like compared to the Rimmel foundation I did, this foundation goes from very, very light to very, very deep. I will try to insert a picture of the shade range of this foundation, and I would say the shade range favors more, I want to say yellow undertones, but honestly you can find pink undertones in here as well. And even if you bought 2 shades to mix and find your shade, it would still be less than half. And it would be like 2 foundations would be half the price of this Fenty foundation. So that's just it. In terms of the finish, in terms of the actual product, I should say, the biggest difference would be the consistency. Fenty formula is a bit more liquidy. Like, it's a bit more liquidy. Like it's you can barely see it, but it's a bit more it's running. And then the MUA foundation, this comes with a pump, and the MUA foundation comes with like a plastic panel, and you can see the consistency is very thick. In terms of coverage, I will say the MUA one has the better coverage, and honestly I keep my Fenty foundation in the box because I do not use it that much, just because the color is a bit off on me and probably will work better for me when I'm in the Caribbean. But this MUA foundation I kind of have a bit more leeway with now. As you can see, I kind of left my chest open so you can kind of gauge and see how the color looks on me, but know that there's a light coming on my face, so my chest is going to look darker because there's no direct light coming on to my face. The first time I wore the MUA foundation, I did a wear test on it, and it wore beautifully for like until 12 o'clock. So it was like practically more than 10 hours I was wearing that foundation that day, and I still had no oil around my nose, no shine on my forehead, and I did not set this foundation with powder. Now, for the past couple of times that I've been wearing this foundation, I have not set this foundation with powder. And the foundation itself has like a really nice matte finish, and it is very comfortable. In terms of application, I use a hydrating / moisturizing base under this foundation, just because I've been really liking the way my skin looks with a hydrating base underneath foundations, especially matte foundations. And I didn't set this with powder or anything. It just has like a matte foundation that's on its own. Now, in comparing it to the Fenty foundation, you have a lot more time to blend out the MUA foundation in comparison to the Fenty one, because Fenty, I have to work in sections of my face when I blend this out, because I feel like this foundation dries super quickly on the skin. and my preferred method of blending out this foundation would be with a brush, just because I think a brush dispenses the product a bit better in my opinion. With the MUA foundation, I tried using it with a sponge and I tried using it with a brush. Coverage on both sides were good. The first time I used the foundation, I would honestly say I probably used too much. I dipped in the product in the bottle twice. I opened it, used this on it, and then dipped in again, put on my face. And today, when I'm recording, I only use like one. Like I pulled it out and just dispersed over my face. Use my round popping brush is what I use. And I concentrated when I need the product, and I got a really nice finish. And I didn't even go for like a super full coverage today, but honestly I will say, like in passing, my face looked super smooth. So I would say try using one like dip into the product and then blend it out. But honestly, the foundation is really nice. I hope like the images or the video clips that I'm putting throughout this explanation really helps. What else can I say about this foundation? Like honestly, it reminds me so much of the Fenty foundation, and I'm sure that's probably what they were going for, but it's so affordable. I was like skeptical at first, but it doesn't break me out. It wears really well, did not crease around my mouth. I didn't powder it. My biggest thing is that I did not powder this foundation, and it still held up against my combo oily skin. I mean, the Fenty does the same thing, but this is £5, $7. I paid £3.33 for this, and it's so good. The shade I would say matches me pretty well, and honestly I would actually really like to carry this back home for vacation. Usually I only carry like my ride or die tried and true makeup when I go back home, because like if you see me doing this, I'm trying to make sure the highlights on my teeth. My highlighter today is doing the most because I tried a new highlighter. Like my highlighter never usually looks like this, but I tried something new today. Honestly, I could keep going on about it. I'm trying to think about what else I could say would be really helpful for this foundation, but honestly I think it looks really smooth. I have textured skin. I have like scars on my face. If you check my other the other foundation videos, you would know that. But honestly, this foundation looks really good, and I think it's honestly, I mean, I know a lot of people love Fenty. Fenty was not my favorite foundation in the world, but if the Fenty formula was like this one, I probably would have loved it a lot more. I really like the MUA one. I don't like the Fenty one that much, just because but like I'm watching myself in the mirror, like I went on a white light, no flashback. It's really smooth, it doesn't crease, it didn't get oil around my nose, and I use a hydrating base. It looks really nice. Honestly, I swear, like to me it's a dupe for Fenty. The only big thing in terms of the formula would be the consistency, because Fenty is a bit more liquidy and this foundation goes on a bit thicker. You have more time to blend out the MUA one, but once it's blended and it's set, it's set. Like I said, I didn't have to set this powder. Only the typical places like where I put concealer did I set, but I didn't set my forehead, I didn't set like around my mouth, my nose, only my under eye, and I still got this really matte finish that lasts a long time. I'm sure when I go to the Caribbean in a different type of heat, I might change up my routine a little bit. But honestly, the foundation looks really nice. If I could find any pictures of me wearing it, well, I took photos today. If I like any of them, I'll upload them and show you like how smooth my skin looked, and I'll upload them without a filter so you guys can see. But honestly, this foundation is really good. The MUA Pro Base Long Wear Matte Finish Foundation, I think, is a really good foundation. If you like Fenty foundation, or if you like matte foundations at all, this one, to me, this was better than the Makeup Revolution one. This one is almost like one of my favorite drugstore foundations is the Real Blanc Color Stay, and this might be better than that one. It just might be, I don't know, but it really is such a good foundation. I would recommend it. I'm gonna be wearing it this summer. I could already tell. And why did I do that? Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. As usual, I will leave my shade references down below. I don't know if I mentioned what shade that I'm wearing. I'm using the shade 181. This foundation also came with a concealer, which I was not really a fan of, honestly. I had it for a while, did not enjoy it, so I got rid of it. And yeah, honestly, this video might be a bit more rambled, but I've tried to do this video like 3 times, and at this point I'll try to do the best I can with what I have. but the foundation is great. I will leave my shade references down below in case you're trying to gauge what shade you are. Any tips, anything that I could think of in the description, it will be down there. I'll also leave links to my Instagram in case you guys want to follow me there, because I tend to like take pictures with it, the makeup details, everything that I'm wearing on my face will be down below. And yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave comments in the description asking questions, recommendations. I'll be happy to hear your feedback. And on your way out, don't forget to subscribe. And until the next video, you guys have been watching Charismarie TV. Until next time, peace.